Right, Clarets, fan reaction. Watford 1, Burnley 2. I thought it were Christmas, not Easter, with the amount of cards that the ref was handing out. But do you know what? I thought he managed the game well. I thought the referee made, I'm sure there'll be questions asked about the two red cards. There'll be questions asked, about a couple of penalty incidents. But I actually thought he managed the game well. Yellow card for Trafford at the end, which I think, I'm not quite sure what for. But other than that, I thought the referee had a fairly decent game, to be honest. But forget about the referee, because it's not about him, it's about us. And that's 30 undefeated. That's incredible. I know last week I banged on about being 29 undefeated, but now with 30, that is absolutely incredible. That record, if this was Barcelona or Real Madrid or Liverpool or, Chelsea, you wouldn't stop hearing about it. And because it's Burnley, it gets brushed over a lot. I know people do mention it, but no one mentions it enough. To go 30 games unbeaten in a season, in a league that's, as competitive as the Championship is, it's absolutely incredible. So I hold my hands up. Well played, Scott Parker. Well played to the boys, because that achievement on its own is fantastic. But we are currently, as of recording this, we are currently top of the league. Leeds have yet to play today. Sheffield United have yet to play today. We are so close to the goal of going back up. We are so close to getting that promotion, that after the crap we had last season, and I know next season is, if we go up, next season isn't going to be as spectacular as this season. It's not going to be amazing. We're going to be fighting to stay up for the majority of the season. But after the poor season we had last year, to have the season we've had this year, all right, results haven't always been perfect. Performances haven't always been perfect, but to be where we are after last season, it's fantastic. But the game itself today, I've said over the last few weeks, doesn't matter about the performance as long as you get the results. In that first half, that first 20-25 minutes, that performance was poor. We were playing for the occasion and playing with the knowledge of what a win could do for us, rather than just playing the team that was in front of us, in my opinion. And we struggled to get hold of the game. We struggled to get, a couple of passes together. We really seemed to struggle. And Watford, fair play to them, they've not got much left to play for the rest of the season. Really came on to us, and, you could see that goal coming before they scored. But it were a powerful header, and I felt so sorry for Trafford, because he does well to get a hand on it, and he's so unfortunate that his hand can only push it into the back of the net. But like I said, I thought Watford were fantastic them first 20-25 minutes. And then we've got ourselves back into the game, a little bit. We've got a little bit more possession. We're managing to move the ball around a little bit more. And then Trafford makes what, for me, is the best save I've ever seen. Definitely save of the season. Maybe not the best save I've ever seen, but definitely up there as one of the best, and definitely the same save of the season. Because it were absolutely fantastic. And then for us to go straight down the other end and put the ball in the back of the net, I mean, that was the reaction that we needed. That was exactly what we needed. And then second half, I thought we came out better than we had been in the first half. I thought we came out brighter. We've had a couple of opportunities, and then Brownhill's goal. I mean, if that goal doesn't sum up this club this season, I don't know what will, because it's a brilliant passing move, finished off by our captain, who's now got 14 goals this season. He's scored the same amount of goals we've conceded, by the way, and people still question him and still don't want him at the club next season, which, that's a whole other story. But Josh Brownhill, top goal scorer, 14 goals, puts the ball in the back of the net in front of the travelling fans, and, absolutely amazing. And like I said, the build-up play for that goal, the celebrations, the excuse me, the unity, that to me sums up everything we've had this season. And then Watford have lost their heads. One of their lads gets sent off for, he's had a little go at the referee for the goal. I don't know why. And then Fleming's pushed him and he's pushed Fleming back. Fleming, shouldn't have pushed him, fairly gets booked, but he's reacted in the way that Fleming's wanted and he's got himself, a second yellow and got himself sent off, which is so stupid after you've already been booked. And then another one of theirs punches Edwards in the face later on, and he gets himself sent off as well. And at that point, it was like Watford had lost their heads and we just needed to really, really keep ours. Because Cullen had got himself booked by this point, and I'm thinking we need to take him off and bring Laurent on just because we can't risk not having Cullen for Monday. But we've managed to calm the game down. And those 2 red cards really killed it. Really killed the game, because after that we were just passing it around. We created a couple of opportunities. I know Roberts had a chance. But other than that, we've just managed to kill the game dead. And Watford have created a couple of chances towards the end as well. But Trafford's made, another couple of good saves. And that's it. We're almost there. I honestly think, as I say, we're time of recording, Leeds have yet to play, Sheffield United have yet to play. But I honestly think we are so, so close. Not just to promotion, but we're so close to getting the trophy and getting the title. We still believe it's still on. Monday, let's make Turf Moor hell. Let's make it as loud as we can. Let's get the atmosphere going from well before the match. Let's back the boys all the way, because there's a good chance that we do it on Monday. Up the Clarets.